Welcome to Honors Geometry, Lesson 5.5, Triangle Inequalities. Alright, let's go ahead and move on right to the first triangle inequality. The Triangle Inequality Theorem. The sum of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. Now, your homework is going to ask you several questions about whether the three sides of that triangle will actually make up a triangle. And what you need to do to make sure that those three lengths work is that add up any two sides, actually add up the two smallest sides, and make sure that they add up to more than the third side or the largest side. And if that's the case, then you can make a triangle. If the sum is less than the third side, then you can't even make a triangle. And that's what this Triangle Inequality Theorem is talking about. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, what are the possible lengths of the third side if two sides have lengths of 10 inches and 19 inches? Well, it could be the case that the 10 inches and the 19 inches are the two smallest sides. So what is the largest? Well, the largest it could be would have to be less than 29, because 10 plus 19 is 29. Now, what was it the case that maybe this is the largest side and this is one of the smaller sides? Well, let's see here. 19 minus 10, that would be 9, so the third side would have to be greater than 9. So my side length has to be somewhere between 9 inches and 29 inches. So that third side, and the easy way to do this is just take the two numbers, subtract them. That's the smaller limit. Take the two numbers, add them together. That's the larger limit. And that's how you find the possible lengths for the third side. Wow, excuse me. I'm going to have to delete that now. Alright, so I decided not to delete that, but I did have to clean my slate off because it was, yeah, never mind. Alright, the sides inequality theorem. If one side of a triangle is larger than a second side, then the angle opposite the first side has a larger measure than the angle opposite the second side. Wow, that's a whole lot of words. That's the sides inequality theorem again. Words, words, words. Alright, what I want you to do is I want you to look at the 8 and the 5. Okay? This side is larger than that side. That means the measure of the angle opposite the 8, the measure of angle A, has a larger measure, is greater than the angle opposite the smaller side, measure of angle C. And actually, we can expand that version, and I'll show it to you as soon as I erase this stuff, and I'll be right back. Because we have three sides, 8, 7, and 5, we can actually make an extended inequality, and we can say the measure of angle A, because it's opposite the 8, is greater than the measure of angle B, which is opposite the 7, which is greater than the measure of angle C, which is opposite the 5. And I think your book actually asks you to measure or put them in order from least to greatest. So the measure of angle C is less than the measure of angle B, which is less than the measure of angle A. And here we go. This is why all these times I've been putting this angle symbol with an angle mark in, or arc mark in it, because of these less than symbols. I've been trying to avoid these to making you think that those were angle symbols or less than symbols. Well, now this is why I've done what I've done for the past several weeks. Now you know the method behind the madness. Alright, well, we looked at sides. Let's go ahead and look at angles. The Angles Inequality Theorem says if one angle of a triangle is larger than a second angle, then the side opposite the first angle is longer than the side opposite the second angle. And I think first of all, before we do anything else, I think we should probably find the measure of that missing angle. 80 plus 40 is 120, subtracted from 180. Angle B has a measure of 60 degrees. Now let's go ahead and put the sides in order from shortest to longest. Smallest angle 40. This is the smallest one. Side opposite AB. And that is less than, okay, the next biggest angle is the 60. The side opposite angle B, AC. And AC is going to be less than side opposite the 80 degree angle, side BC. And that, folks, is how you use the Angles Inequality Theorem. AB, since it's opposite the smallest angle, is the shortest side, and it's less than the angle that's opposite the middle angle, 60 degrees, which is less than the side opposite the 80 degrees. And I do believe that's all there is for Honors Geometry Lesson 5.5, Triangle Inequality Theorems.